If you're just joining us, I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home Design magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Crawl Space Solutions. And we're very proud to have Crawl Space Solutions on board as one of the sponsors of the Charleston Home Design Show on Daniel Island, coming up April 26th and 27th at Family Circle Stadium on Daniel Island. And now we're talking to Brad Hilfrink with Creature Catchers. How you doing, Brad?
Good, Tim. How are you today?
Just fine. Brad, tell everybody about Creature Catchers.
Well, Creature Catchers is a locally owned, family-operated company here in Charleston that does wildlife rescue, relocation, and exclusions. We actually specialize in relocating animals instead of just killing them.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. And what types of animals would you relocate?
My friend, it's everything here. We do it all. I mean, if it's rats, raccoons, possums, snakes, really, we do it all. We've done everything from llamas and horses to gerbils inside your house.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, when a gerbil gets in the ductwork, how do you get him out?
Right. What kinds of, just give me kind of an overview, what kinds of problems have you helped homeowners with?
Well, you know, the bulk of our stuff is the classic, you heard something in the attic. Mm-hmm. In that case, we come over and we take a look at everything. So, you know, mostly it's getting animals out of crawl spaces and attics. We do a lot of rescues. Just today, on my way here, I did a raccoon rescue. A raccoon had fallen in an attic, got its leg wedged in the trusses, and broke it. So it sat up there squealing. Homeowner called us. We went out there. I got a hold of the raccoon and got him to a vet so they can fix his leg, and then we'll get him relocated probably in about a month when his leg's better.
I gotcha. Yeah. What other kinds of interesting rescues has Creature Catchers done?
Oh, my goodness. We've done everything you can think of. I mean, you know, how about
snakes?
Snakes. We do a lot of snakes, my friend. Have you heard about the Mount Pleasant situation?
I have.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you about that in a second. But
okay.
What's the I think in a previous interview you told me about a woman found a snake in her bathroom or something.
Yeah, you know, the snakes like cool places. So if they get in your house, a lot of times they will get inside the bathtub. Because it's cool, or, you know, even inside around the porcelain. We get a couple of those a year, to be honest with you. You know, this last year we actually had a raccoon come through a ceiling, land in the middle of someone's bedroom. So we had to go and get him out at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, we do a little bit of everything, Tim.
Gotcha. Now, back to that snake in Mount Pleasant. That's been getting a lot of news lately. I think they determined it was called a gaboon viper.
Yeah, gaboon viper, an amazingly deadly animal. I've done probably 15 years of work with them. It's one of my favorite animals to handle. It's like purple in color almost. Comes from Africa. It's got the largest fang in the venomous snake world, so it can grow up to 2 inches long. And if you look at 2 inches compared to your arm, that's pretty much through your arm, you know, your wrist.
Yeah.
They're not aggressive snakes, but they bite, and they bite right now. They don't hesitate to bite, but they don't chase you down. They're very slow, short, fat snakes.
I think I heard a news report read a news report that said that they're almost impossible to see in a pile of leaves, and so someone might be walking by and accidentally step on the snake. What would happen?
It would bite you immediately. Wow. If you got within probably 2 feet of it, you're going to get bit. The snake won't run away from you. It's just going to sit there. And you're right. In leaf litter, it is impossible to see that animal.
No
the camouflage is so good.
Now, where do you think that this snake came from? Because obviously it's not indigenous to South Carolina.
No, I'm sure it was a pet. You know, they're pretty popular in the venomous snake pet industry because they're so pretty. They're amazingly pretty. Purples and yellows and reds in those snakes. They're really nice. It just got away, you know. Now, all I've heard on the report is that they found a skin, correct? So, you know, hopefully it was a practical joke from someone who owns one and not an actual snake out in the grass. Because let me tell you, he's a deadly animal for sure.
But you conceivably, it was found in an apartment community, and it could be an apartment dweller
Yep.
who has had to change something in their life has changed, or the snake has outgrown the environment, and
Or just
they
got
have,
loose.
They have a connection with it, and they don't want to kill it, so they let it go, and that's a terrible idea.
Terrible. In fact, that animal will never live through a winter here.
Huh.
Never. It's just not designed for it. It doesn't know how to burrow. It doesn't know how to, get a spot in the log to stay warm. It's not the type of animal that hibernates.
Right. Well, we probably have some listeners who are saying good.
Yeah.
They're looking at it from a different point of view than you are.
The one good thing is that it's impossible for it to breed. Nothing can breed with it here. And hopefully it'll be found soon.
It's so we're in spring. What's happening with the critters? In this spring. Tell everybody what Creature Catchers recommends.
Well, this year we had a unique winter. It was very long, very hard towards the end, and what that did is it kept a lot of predators at bay. It kept all the snakes. A lot of the bobcats and foxes didn't quite come out like they should have early March. Now here we are, in April, and they're starting to come out now. Well, what that did was give all the rodents an extra 5-6 weeks of breeding. So what'll happen to us is probably in about 2 months, 1 month, 2 months, we'll be so busy we won't know what to do with ourselves because the rodents will just become overpopulated again.
Gotcha. So the natural predators of the rodents, the snakes and the bobcats and such, they haven't been out to eat the rats and the mice. And so what will homeowners start experiencing with these rats and mice?
Usually it's a late night sound. You'll just start hearing them scratching or chewing in the middle of the night because that's what they do is just chew right into the house. Sometimes they'll start seeing a dropping in the kitchen or a dropping in the garage. Stuff like that is a good indication that you have been populated. No telling how many are in each house. But once you see or hear the first activity, you usually got a couple.
Why is it a bad idea for a homeowner to put out rat poison or even to set their own traps? Why is that? I know I've put out rat poison before, and I know what it's like when the rat poison takes effect. You get that terrible smell.
That's right.
But why, even setting some traps, why is that not going to eradicate your rodent problem in your house?
Well, trapping, all that does is catch the animals that are there today. Once you catch the 3, 4, or 5 that might be in your attic, you got about 3 weeks, and then you'll start to get more. There's pheromone trails in your yard leading new animals to you.
What's pheromone trails?
It's a way these animals communicate with each other. It's something they'll drop in their urine and in their feces as they walk, and it's just a trail, kind of like a street sign to me and you. So when the animal's not present, another rodent can read that street sign and know that there's shelter this way, there's food this way, stuff like that. So really what we recommend is just get the house critter proof. We live in Charleston. We're living with these critters. They're not going away. We critter proof a home, and then we give a warranty so you don't have the problem anymore. That's the best solution. We do not use poison, period.
So when you say critter proof, describe that.
Basically, in a nutshell, it's closing every hole on the house 1/2 inch or larger. So from the peak of the roof all the way to the ground, anything that you can put your finger in, you can get a rat the size of a squirrel in. So we just close it all up.
So a house, probably an average house that Creature Catchers works on, how many little holes?
Oh goodness!
Might an average house have?
That
you seal up?
I would say on the average between 50 and 100.
Oh my goodness.
They're just little things everywhere that people don't realize. When a carpenter builds a home, he builds it so it's waterproof, not critter proof. So a lot of places are wide open that you just can't normally see.
Even around like the garage door, right?
Yeah, that's right. A garage door is a great one. Down in the bottom corners of your garage, you'll start seeing a little half-moon hole in the weather stripping. And that's classic. A rat walked up and started chewing his way in.
And so creature catchers, you folks come out and what do you do to seal up those holes?
Well, every hole is different. We use a lot of different materials, whether it's vented or solid. Everything's different. So it's kind of hard to answer what we do to each hole, but we make them critter-proof. We don't stop bugs. We don't do poison in any way, so we don't do bugs in any way. We only do wildlife.
And so once you critter-proof a house, and that's preventing the rodents from getting in, what about the existing rodents that might already be living in the house?
Then what we do is in any and all unfinished areas of the home, we set traps. Attic, crawl space, certain closets, unfinished closets, and we just remove them all. Takes about 7 to 10 days to get them all. They got stockpiled food in your walls that they're going to eat first. So sometimes it takes a little bit, but we always get them.
Good deal. Well, tell everybody how they can get in touch with Creature Catchers.
Okay, Creature Catchers is 843-205-0551. That rings my hip 24 hours a day.
All right, very good. And website?
We do have a website, peacefulpestcontrol.com. Just shows a little bit about some of the things we've done.
Gotcha. Okay, well, we've been talking with Brad Hilfrink with Creature Catchers. Thanks so much, Brad.
Thank you, Tim. Have a good day.